All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all to Keeping It Real, episode 59. Woo! We have a start time today of, and guys, you're not going to believe this. You are seriously not going to believe this. As a matter of fact, we're probably going to spend the entirety of today's episode talking about this. We have a start time of 8:48 a.m. That means we have a finish time of 9:48 a.m. Yeah, that's right. In the morning. So I don't even know where to begin. And it's not like I rolled out of bed. It's not like I just shot awake and I've been awake. I don't know when I woke up, but I've been laying in my bed bored. I've been bored of laying in my bed. Like I actually do not understand how this happens. How this happened. I don't get it because it's like what how, what, why? Uh I, I mean it's nerve-wracking. It's exciting. I feel lots of pressure, right? Because now the possibilities of today are endless. I could actually feasibly clean my room and begin the restructuring of it. I could actually feasibly order my new bike parts. You know? Once I finish this video stuff this morning, the possibilities are absolutely endless. Endless. So that begs the question. Jack, what are you going to write on your daily to-do list? Well, let's bust it out. So on the daily to-do list, let's see if we can get this a little bit higher. On the daily to-do list, if you're new here, we have two sheets. We have a looking ahead sheet where I've written all the things that I want to be doing, you know? And with this looking ahead sheet, we can pat ourselves on the back because yesterday all we had to do yesterday was finish all social media before work, and we did that, and go to work. And then I have a note here that I'll talk about later, as well as I have some other things that we'll talk about. This is going to be a jam-packed episode. I doubt there will be any silence during this episode. But we did that. After we finished all of our social media stuff before work, all this, my YouTube video, my Instagram reel, my 4 YouTube shorts, and posting all that, we avoided using social media for the rest of the day. I don't have the apps on my phone, so it's easy to not use it while I'm at work. And then when I got home, I just didn't use it, which is crazy to me because every night it feels like a little mini failure when I get on Instagram and start scrolling on my computer, or when I start watching YouTube videos, Well, I didn't actually entirely avoid using social media because I did use it. So I got home and roommates were watching Love Is Blind on the TV, and I watched that with them. And then when they left, I watched a couple YouTube videos on the TV. And then after that, I crawled in bed and went to sleep, which is so crazy because I always stay up, eat fast food. Anyway, continued. So that was awesome. Avoid using social media. Try to avoid using social media. Crazy. Okay, but just for what it's worth, I didn't actually avoid it. You know what I should be doing is writing in my thing about this. Anyway, we'll probably read the entry from this time last year as well. Why not? Then we have attempt handwritten daily outline. I did that. I wrote a handwritten daily outline. Try to work at Jersey Mike's. I did that. So now all of a sudden the first 3 are done. Well, not because the first one I didn't actually avoid using social media, but I did try to avoid it. So actually, the first one is done. I tried to avoid using social media, and I did. The fourth one is try to drink 3 liters of water daily. I was chugging water at work. And because of that, I can proudly say to you that I didn't drink any soda yesterday. Try to shower twice a day. I did not do that. I don't even think that I showered once yesterday, which is very, very bad, especially because I went to work. Try to brush teeth 3 times a day. I didn't brush my teeth once yesterday. Try to be awake at 8 and asleep by 12. I actually, crazy enough, I think I might have been asleep by 12. And it's like, dude, I'm almost awake at 8 today. Insanity. This is insanity. Insanity. Try to avoid eating, drinking screens from 9 to 9. I chowed down on food at like 10:30 for my dinner last night. So, and does this count as a screen? I don't know. Because technically I'm on this screen now before 9 a.m. But it's like for keeping it real. Try to eat healthy. I did try to eat healthy, I think. I did try to eat healthy. What I did to eat healthy yesterday wasn't necessarily like the kind of or the types of food that I ate, but it was the way that I ate them. So there was a DoorDash at about 4 p.m. at Jersey Mike's that no one ended up picking up. So by the time that we closed the store, we come and we're closing it, and I realized that that bag is still there. I'm a bit conscious right now. I wonder if I'm being too loud because it's early in the morning it's a Monday, and I hope that like I'm not waking anybody. Maybe I'll just turn the gain up just a little bit so I can be a little bit quieter. Okay, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2. Oh, that's very loud. Okay, but maybe I can be a bit quieter if I'm like this. I don't know. Turn it back down a bit. Okay, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Okay, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm not clipping or anything. And hopefully I didn't get too loud. I'm very, very sorry if you're wearing headphones and like my voice just shot through your ears. I want to be a little bit quieter just because my roommates are waking up. It's a Monday, like I said, and I have a lot to say, and I'm going to put a lot of emotion behind it. So I'm going to try and be a bit quieter, but still, of course, get all these points across. So try to eat healthy. I didn't overindulge. Last night I had a DoorDash order that no one picked up, and it was a bowl, a number 8 bowl, and a large number 17 on rosemary parm bread with no peppers, no onions. And I ate the bowl, right, which is like, yeah, it's Jersey Mike's, it's fast food, it's not ideal, it's not the best food for you, but I ate the bowl, and then the 17 was kind of staring at me. So I unwrapped it, I took a bite, and then I was kind of like, I just ate that bowl. I don't want to eat this. And I set it back, and I told Sam, I'll probably eat this like 2 hours from now. But I didn't. I went to bed. And now I'm probably going to eat it today. And it's like crazy because every other night, I would like intentionally stay up to devour that thing. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it was like some sort of combination of like, I don't know. It's crazy. I just ended up not eating it. And it wasn't like a struggle to not eat it, to not overindulge. I just didn't. Tried to read. I did not read. Tried to walk/run a mile. I did not try to walk or run a mile. Try to be financially conscious. I was not financially conscious. Try to go to gym. I didn't go to gym. Try to be in public. If you count Jersey Mike's, yeah. But other than that, I did not. I was not in public. So, let's dab this napkin in some water. Let's erase what we have, and let's write a new daily outline. Very excited to see what I might write here. It's scary, right? Because you don't want to like, I don't know, you don't want to whatever you write, you want to complete, right? So you don't want to write too much for yourself, and you don't want to write too little for yourself, Also, let's read this before we go ahead and do this. Currently, in my social media endeavors, I'm at a 2,045% increase in the time dedicated to this in less than a year. And that's terrifying, right? Because if you look at a company, and if you imagine a company's growth, and you say, okay, this company grew 2,045% in less than a year, you think like that's very unstable. That's very out of the ordinary. That's very notable, right? And the whole idea, like, I don't want to be like unstable. I don't want to be like, I want to be very stable, if you get what I'm saying. So it's like, it's a little bit worrisome, I think. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's also like kind of cool because I am like it. I don't know. It's been relatively incremental. I don't know. If you get like where I'm coming from, you get where I'm coming from. But if you don't, then you're probably like, well, who cares? It's just like something a little bit of an interesting fact to pay attention to. I don't know. I need whiteboard cleaner because now this is like smudged blue. But that's okay. So now here we are with the expo marker. It's 9 a.m. and we are tasked with writing our daily outline for today. So what let's think about today. Let's think about all that we could do today. And let's think about what we want to write on this piece of paper for today. Well, one thing's for certain, we want to get all of our social media stuff done. Now, do we want to do it all right now? I think so. Even if I believe rushing through it might not give us the best reel. It might not give us like maybe if we spent the whole day we could get a better 10-minute video. I don't know. I feel like our best case of action as of right now is to get all of this social media stuff done absolutely first thing. So I think I will write that. But then after it, right, what do I put? Well, first maybe we should just put the social media stuff and then see what happens. The thing is that if it's tricky, because while I'm laying in bed here, I'm thinking, well, if I do all the social media stuff, then does that count as a success for the day? Because yesterday, if I didn't have work, my only goal probably would have been do the social media stuff, and I would have counted that as a success, right? So how do I do this? Well, as I said at the start of the episode, there's 3 things that I want to get done today. There's the social media, there's the cleaning and reorganizing of my room, which is a huge task. I tried to do this task the other day, and I only got like 0.2% of the way. And then there's the ordering of new bicycle parts, so I can start taking my bicycle to work every day again. I hate driving to work, and I miss my bicycle so much. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, first and foremost, finish all social media. Try to finish all social media. Attempt to finish all social media consecutively. See, I write attempt. It's like I see the possibility of me, for example, breaking my YouTube streak, not doing my social media today. That's so silly, right? I think, how could that ever be an outcome of today? Like, how could that possibly happen? And when I think about that, and I think about writing attempt to or try to instead of complete, like I have written in the long-term stuff, I've gone a bit easy on the, I don't know, the adjective, verb, I don't know. I went easy on this because this is like long-term stuff, It's long-term stuff. But I'm not exactly sure if I want to continue that trend on the daily outline. I think I would, right? Because I just like I wouldn't want to beat myself up over long-term stuff, I also wouldn't want to beat myself up over short-term stuff. So I'm thinking it makes a lot of sense if I keep that same, I don't know, verbiage sounds like the right word, wordage. If I keep that same wordage, I don't know. I think my mic might be a little bit too high. Okay, that might be a little bit better. I'm worried about this. I'm worried. It might be a little bit too loud now. But we should be okay. So I'm gonna stick with the try. I'm gonna stick with the try to finish videos in a consecutive fashion. So try to finish the videos and try to do it all in one go, right? Like right now I'm making Keeping It Real, and while it's rendering, while it's posting, I will finish and do all my other video stuff for the day. And about an hour from now, I'll be done. Also, the 2045 percentage growth estimate in time dedicated to this exact hobby, I believe is actually a higher percentage. I think that I recorded how much time, I think because it used to take about 4 minutes and now it takes about, I think I said an hour and a half, but yesterday I woke up at, I want to say like 12:15, 12:30, and I started the episode at like 1:30. No, because it rendered until 1:30. So I started the episode at, I actually have it, it should be written down on one of these napkins right in front of me. I actually started the episode, let's see if there's a time that kind of looks like what I'm picturing in my head, somewhere around here. 11:30 p.m. No, that's not it. It would be 1:14. It could be 1:14. 1:14 is a finish time. No. It wouldn't be that. That was probably 1:14 a.m. Oh, here we go. 5:15. No. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe for some reason I didn't. Oh. Yep, got it. Wait, what? 1:37. That would mean I have a... This is probably AM. This is probably AM as well. So where is my time for yesterday? It doesn't matter. I remember because I had work at 3, and I remember I left with 20 minutes to get to work. So that means the video finished rendering at 2:40. So that means the video finished recording around 2:10, and that means I started recording around, so 1:14 is actually when I began. So I finished work at 2:40. So what's 1:14 to 2:40? 46 minutes. Okay, so we're over the 1 hour 30 minute mark, but we're not quite at 2 hours. We're at oh shit, actually we're right at 1 hour 30. 1 hour 30 is correct. So that 2,000 percentage increase is correct. Wait a minute. Because 1:14 is my finish time. So it's actually 2 hours and 30 minutes. Because this would mean I started at 12:14. Wait, this is not a start time. Wait, what is going on? So 2:40 minus 30. Okay. I'm having such a hard time right now. So 1:14 is a finish time would mean that this just might not be right. This might be 1:14 in the morning, but I'm trying to figure this out here. I think it's right. So if I went to work at 3, I know my videos finished rendering, and I posted all my videos at 2:40 right before I went out the door to go to work. It was like a consecutive manner thing. So that means that it was roughly, 30, 20 minutes before I did that it's so weird. This is such a weird thing because time moves so different when I do this because I enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. Two. We can let this one go because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Whichever the number is, it's true that it's above a 2,000% increase in time dedicated to this hobby than was being dedicated a year ago. So that can be that, and I will continue on with today's episode. In today's episode, currently we are writing down our daily outline. So for today, I want to attempt to finish video in a consecutive fashion. Okay. Attempt to finish video in a consecutive fashion. Next up, so look. This is another thing about this, right? Because we could leave it here. And then once I finish all my videos and such, today can be considered a success. And then anything I do on top of this could be like a bonus. I think I'm gonna leave it as an attempt to finish video in a consecutive fashion, because if nothing else, if I complete my videos today, I will be proud of myself, and I think that is enough, because tomorrow this will be written there again, and below that will be go to work. So I think that this is a big enough to-do list for today. Finish videos in a consecutive fashion. Yeah, I like this. So, now we can talk about, well, there's lots of things to talk about all the time here. We can open up our diary from a year ago and see what the entry was. We can that's probably the best course of action at this moment, is to open up that diary and read the entry for today. So let's do that. Why not? Make sure we don't stop recording here. I'm working late 'cause I'm a sinner. Oh, you look so good. Something. All right, we read the 22nd. We read the 23rd. Today's 24th. We read the 23rd. Okay. So this is a 2-day in one entry. So sorry, the Jack of Tomorrow, you're going to be all out of luck if you want to come and read one of these entries, but what am I going to do about it, all right? Oh, it is the eve of the 25th. So should I say this for tomorrow? Yeah, I could say this for tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. I could open up the doc and write an entry for today, but I feel like I don't want to take away from what is this show, keeping it real. I'd rather do that off camera. But, we always have things to talk about. So I wrote cassette removal tool. I wrote. Oh, you talk about so many things. Yesterday was such a crazy day. We could talk about how. So I have this new coworker at work. And they are very interesting. They are different, I would say, and I think different people are often just, well, I don't know. So they do things differently. They're very motivated. They're very hardworking, and sometimes it's very interesting. Sometimes I get frustrated at people at work. And I kind of think of it as like, well, I get frustrated with them because like they're new here and like it's like the army or a frat. Like we haze the new guys. It's just like what we do. But I don't think that that's like a good thought process, because why is that what we do? I don't know. I didn't join a frat because I didn't stand with that kind of stuff. Yet at work, I think it's okay for me to do? No, I don't. So what is it exactly that, like what is, like what drives my discomfort around these certain people at work? Well, I'm not sure, but I wrote down some of the things that in the moment were really annoying me about a particular person. And it's in my uniform. I think my uniform is in the bathroom. I could get up and grab it. But I mean, it was just 3 things, and I feel like I remember them. The first one was that they, sometimes they ask me if I'm okay. That really makes me upset. I don't like when they do that. Sometimes they, I can't remember the first one, but the last one is they apologize all the time for things they don't need to apologize for. And the first one I can't remember, but that's why I took the note card out to write this down in the first place. And I was writing all this down with the intention of talking about it on this show today. And it's so funny because those 2 things that I did remember and that I did just say are like totally things of like a good person. Like she's asking if I'm okay. Like, yeah, I probably looked grumpy. Like I probably looked disgruntled. Like that's like how nice of her to ask. And she's always apologizing. Like who knows what sort of like childhood trauma or like life things she's gone through to come to the point where she over apologizes, Like how could I, like why would those 2 things, why would this bug me? I don't know, but it does. And I'll keep thinking about why, because I'll keep working with them, and it is what it is. Right about now, I'm ready for this episode to end. It's 9:16 a.m. And I am like totally done with this episode. I mean, what else can I say? Where's my end time? What was it? 9. Where's it at? Where did I write it? 9:48. So we got 30 minutes left. We are officially at the halfway point of the episode. What is there to talk about? I could talk about yesterday. I got sent a video hey mom, I would assume you're listening right now. And before I say this thing, I want to say this thing because you said this to me when I called you, and I figured out. So we lost that piece of the slicer, right? And I came in, and yesterday I was working, and I was like, okay, now it's a new day. Like I actually kind of have to face this and like fix it. Like even though I didn't lose the piece, I was like the shift person in charge, I guess, when the piece got lost. So like it's time to do what I can to solve this problem so that it doesn't land on Christina's desk when she comes in on Monday, aka today. And I started by looking in. Well, actually, I kind of went out of order. I did this incorrectly. So I took my phone out and I called the number on the side of the slicer. For those that are not following along, there's a piece missing on the slicer, a little screw that is that you need to operate it safely. And well, it's not safely, but without the screw, it makes this noise. The plate rubs against the blade, and it's like bad. So I call the number. It's a 704 number, so I'm like, oh, cool, okay. And 2 rings, this guy picks up. And I try to tell him as efficiently as fast as I can, like, hey, I'm at Jersey Mike's. I got a piece missing on my slicer. I saw your number on the side. I'm hoping you can help me out. He's like, where? I'm like, Raleigh. He's like, I'm in Charlotte, but I'll be in Raleigh on Tuesday. And I'm like, no way. I say, okay, I'll probably send you a picture of the piece that's missing, just because it'd probably be a lot easier than me explaining it over the phone. And I also haven't even checked the back to see if we've got a replacement. So, and he chuckled at that. So then he hung up. I hung up. I sent him a picture. Funny enough, I actually accidentally sent the picture to Christina, which is like, of course. Like, the whole reason I'm doing this is so Christina doesn't have to worry about it. And of course, I send the picture of the missing piece to Christina. And she texts back, and I thought it's the guy texting back. And Christina says, yes, just make sure it's screwed on tight. I'm like, oh my God. So I texted her wrong person. And then I sent her a voice memo. I hope she got it. She has an Android, so the text bubbles come up as green, and I hope the voice memo goes through. In the voice memo, I just explained everything to her, and then I had it under control. And like, it's funny that she got that picture, because I was trying to solve and fix this whole dilemma without her getting the picture. But anyway, then I sent the picture to the right guy, and then we get to texting, and he sends me a picture of the exact piece that I need, and I'm like, oh my God, he has it. No way. And this is not relevant, but Christina said we actually have a new slicer guy, and he's our old slicer guy, but I don't care, because he has the piece, and he's going to be in Raleigh on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And I was like, can we solve this as quick as possible? Like, yes. How much do I owe you? It's $22. He was like, it's so weird, because he said he was going to bring it by. I said, can we solve this as quick as possible? And then he was like, if you want me to mail it to you right now, you got to get Matt involved. You got to get permission from Matt, yada, 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 yada. And like, whatever. And then he was like, or I can just bring it to you I bring it by on Tuesday, you pay me cash. And I'm wondering, like, why did he have to, it's like, I think I see why he made the mailing option so complicated, because I think he would rather just bring it by. And I would rather him bring it by too. It's no problem with me. So I said, that's fine. I wrote a little note on the slicer that says my replacement part is coming on Tuesday. And that was solved. And oh yeah, also one little final piece to the story. I found a screw. So it's literally just a cap to it's a female thing that screws onto this male protruded screw, and it's like this. It's like the tiniest little thing. It's like this. It's like a little tack that screws on. And I was in the office looking for a replacement. Like, maybe we have like spare slicer parts in the office. Funny enough, I was in there after the phone call and everything. I should have been there before, but I doubted that we had a replacement. At least I doubted that I could find one, and like, I wanted to solve this problem. So, I mean, it's $22. Who gives a shit? So I didn't find one, but I did find this screw that was female, and it wasn't shaped the same, but it looked like it might fit. And I screwed it on, and it fit perfectly. How crazy is that? But it wasn't like the perfect fit, because it still made allowed the blade to rub against the metal plate. So it wasn't perfect enough, and I had to take it back off. Also, who knows if it has the correct like food safe coating. When you're working with food, the tools you use have to, be manufactured a certain way. So tomorrow that new piece will come. Also tomorrow, Let's talk about this too. A kid last night, as we were closing down, came in with, and he was like, he's in high school, I think, and he was like, "Yo, are you guys hiring?" I said yes immediately. I got him an application, and I told him that he could write my name down in the reference, and then I told him to come back Tuesday. And then I was thinking about why I told him that. I don't have the ability to hire him. I don't even know that I'll be there when he comes on Tuesday because he might come in the morning, and or he might come back Tuesday and I'll be there and Christina won't be there. But I figured if he really wants the job, whatever happens when he comes back, it'll show that he does actually want the job. Now, I think that he does want the job because of how long he spent on his application. Now, I don't know if he actually spent a long time or if I was just really in the zone working so that it felt like a long time because I was moving quick. You know what I'm saying? That sort of deal. But I was trying to like teach. Maybe when he comes back, I'll explain to him why I told him to come back, even though I don't have the ability to hire him. And he probably thinks like that I can hire him based on like the way my tone and everything when I was talking to him. But I can't. I'm not the boss. I'm just a worker. And I told him that, or I will probably tell him that like it's good practice to follow up in life whenever there's something that you want. Like if you want a job, you got to follow up. So this is a follow up. And now I'm just going to say like, you need Christina to hire you. If you come and you, how, what am I saying? If you want a job, especially Jersey Mike's, it's a fast food joint that has a very high employee turnover rate. You got to throw your face in front of the employer. We get a lot of people that come in and ask for an application. It's not rare, but it is rare for one of those people to get hired. And now I think the only thing that separates the ones that get hired from the ones that don't are the ones that show back up on their own. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if anyone does that, but that's what I did, and I got the job immediately. I think that's what I did. I can't. It might not actually be. I might have had an interview. I have no idea. But I don't know. It's good practice. Like this kid seemed great, right? So I kind of want to like teach him that like when you want something in life, like no one's gonna give it to you. Like you have to. You got to make that shit happen yourself. And it's not rude or it's not, like, for example, I want him to work with me. He seemed like a nice kid. Love to train him, right? I want that. So like, I said what I said to make that shit happen. Like, yo, show back up. Come back on Tuesday, right? Even though I can't hire him, even though I didn't check with Christina, like, I don't care. Like, I want that shit to happen, so I told him to show back up. And he will show back up, and I'm pretty confident he'll get the job. If he wants it, that is. There was another guy, and I give this advice to most people, but there was one guy that I told, like, hey, just come back. If you're serious about the job, just come back, right? I tell that to most people. I try to because like it's good advice. If like they're in applying, right? So you would assume they want the job. So good advice would be to like, hey, come back. So I told this one guy to come back, and he was like kind of disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. I did not tell him he could write my name as a reference, but he asked me what my name was for the reference, and I was like, dude, I don't even fucking know you. Like, how am I going to refer you? And I don't know this kid either, but, like, it's so funny that one time I don't offer my name as a reference, the guy's like, hey, what's your name for the reference? And lo and behold, I learned from Christina when I come in the next day that he did show back up, and Christina denied him an interview because she was like, I'm busy, And that whatever she said, that must be true, but, like, it was also just the way he carried himself. Like, and the way he looked and, like, societal stereotypes, like he just looked like he would be a fucking horrible worker, like he was old, like, why don't you have a job, bro? Like he was, like, but then with this kid has like a young face, He, I don't know. He asked for an application, I think, because maybe he thought that like it looked like a cool place to work, and like I don't know. Well, it's whatever. So yeah, now got 20 more minutes left in the episode. Oh yeah. So mom, she sent me this funny thing where it was like, mom always trying to hang out with their uh, kid, and I was thinking, and I was like, yeah, I definitely am that kid. And that's definitely my mom, right? And it was just cool to see. It was very interesting. I love, what's her name? Who sings this song and it's like, and now he's thinking about me. I'm in my own. I'm in that sweet, I guess so. I'm in that sweet. I'm in alone. That's that sweet me espresso. Sabrina Carpenter. I'm working late, 'cause I'm a sinner. God, he looks so good. Wrapped around my finger. I love it. All right, as the episode comes to an end, let's spitball because like I know that the what's call it the like what is it called, the obstacle, the bottleneck. So I have it on my to-do list: attempt to finish video in a consecutive fashion, right? And that's something that I can do. I know I can do it, but I know that there's going to be a bottleneck when it comes to the Instagram reel, because now twice in a row for my Instagram reel I've taken a GoPro and I've gone like this, right? And that's not like nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty engaging. I actually got 17 likes on the one before yesterday. How amazing is it? How amazing is it that I released all this media yesterday before I went to work at around 2:30 p.m. and I haven't checked how many views or likes I've got or comments or anything. I haven't checked any of it at all until I'll probably see it now because I'm going to go post all this stuff again. But after I just think that's awesome. Anywho, I don't know if I want to do that triple in a row thing, Now I might. I don't know. It's just it's nice that I get to make this decision without the added pressure of did yesterday's video do well or not, So what do I want to make? What do I want to make? Because that's Instagram is a little bit different because it's got the potential, YouTube has the potential of blowing up, Keeping It Real has the potential of blowing up. My YouTube shorts can get millions of views, yes, but Instagram, not only could it get millions of views, but it could also, if it gets millions of views, every single person that I know will see it. Or close to. With the exception of people that don't have social media, don't follow me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Okay, can I just say this? I was on my Instagram page a couple nights ago, and I was in the tab of people that follow me. And you know me, I think about girls too much, especially girls from my past. It's something I'm trying to work on. But I was like, you know what? Let's just see. And I just started typing girls' names in to see if they still followed me, because I never unfollow anyone. That's not something that's not really how I use social media. I never I don't want to know about this person anymore. Unfollow. But I was curious, did people unfollow me? And I searched names. Nope, still follows me. And then I got to one. And she doesn't follow me. And I was kind of like, damn. And I was thinking about it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. She could have never followed me. Uh, we were together in high school for a brief. We were together in high school, and it was the weirdest thing. It was like how everything went in high school. She like just wanted me to be with her, so like I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, like I was part of some friend group that was hanging out at her house. Like she probably orchestrated the whole thing. You know how girls are. Like I was just smoking weed. Like at that time, I still vaped. I had a Juul, I remember, and she didn't like the Juul. But like I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. Like she was hot. Like it's whatever. Like I'll hang out with her. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, uh, yeah. So maybe like she never followed me. I don't know. It didn't last long. We ended up splitting. For whatever reason, and it was kind of a nasty split. She called me like laughing with her friends. Like I don't think that like we should hang out anymore or something like that. And I was like, I remember I was in my bed, just like finished with the day, just like high, but wishing I could smoke again, just kind of like pissed, watching YouTube or whatever. And I was like, okay. And it was not what she was expecting. I think that like she went into it. She was like, okay, I don't know. She always came off to me as like a girl boss, right? And now I wonder like if that was really what she was like inside, or if that was just like what she really worked to display. And you never know. But yeah, hey, I won't lie to you. I saw that she didn't follow me, and I was like, damn, that shit bothers me. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I did not go on social media at all yesterday not because of that exact reason, but just because of like, it's those little moments when you're on social media, when you hurt your own feelings, that make you realize that it is totally unnecessary to be on these apps. Because is anyone going to walk up to you in real life and say like, I unfollow? No, that's not going to happen. You know how famous you have to be to actually get real life hate? You have to be really, really, really famous. People aren't going to like tell you they hate you to your face in person unless you have a very, very big platform, right? So why would you start to take the hate when all you are is online? Now, I say this, but I am going to check my likes and my comments, as I post these videos today, because I want to, I maybe that could be like my reward for finishing this. I can just go on and I can check the comments and the likes because I want to, and I make this stuff so I can, for people. So I want to know what they say. If it happens that I check today and people are like, yo, we hate this and we hate you, and like then we'll deal with that after. But like, that's not that common, and I don't like, it's kind of like, I want to see how well my posts do. It's like part of the fun, I guess. But now that I'm saying this, it doesn't really matter. So now I'm wondering like, well, should I just try and avoid it if I can? Like, I know I have to be on the website to post things, but like, would it be the worst thing in the world if I just like didn't actually like made it a little bit of an intentional effort not to check the likes and the comments of my previous posts? Well, it could be. That might be the case, but also, I worry that, and this might sound stupid, but say I take that route and I avoid watching all comments and likes for today, right? And I make it to tomorrow without doing that. That, I feel like, we talk about percent increases. Like, I went from 4 minutes of dedicated time to this to now like almost 2 hours, right? And that's over 2,000% jump in time dedicated daily to this hobby. Well, if I go from constant and like, trust me, it was constant. Every time my computer's in front of me, constantly refreshing, constantly clicking on the accounts of those that liked me on Instagram, constantly checking this, checking that throughout the entire day, like all the time, at least 3 times an hour, to all of a sudden not looking at it at all. Is that too fast, too much? Like, am I putting myself in sort of a position to like relapse, I guess you could say? Interesting. I might be. That's the answer. The answer is that I might be. But would a potential like relapse on this sort of thing be life-ending? No, it wouldn't. If I can do what I did yesterday and just make all this stuff before work and then not check after work, then I could do that again tomorrow when I have work. And today, if I don't check the likes or the comments, would that be that would be a good thing, I think. That'd be a good thing. So yeah, I mean, I have these pieces of media to post. And does this say 9:46 or wait, I think it's 9:48. I'm so obsessed with when I get to stop doing this. 9:48, okay. So, in conclusion, I might accidentally see, but I will try and post without looking. I don't think I have to look. I think what I'll see, okay, this is what's going to happen. So Instagram as a platform is very, very addicting. It's engineered that way on the front end. That's, the more time you spend on the app, the more money they make. So what's going to happen when I open Instagram on my laptop to post is the little heart tab on the left, the like tab, is going to show me a badge. It's going to show me the comments that I got between now and yesterday. It's going to show me the likes that I got between now and yesterday. And it's going to show me the followers that I got. All in a sequence. It's going to have each little icon with a number next to it. And it's going to be bright orange. And it's going to swoop back to that like button. And it's going to make me really want to click the like button. It's going to make me really want to click the like button and see what's going on. But I don't have to. Is it over the top to avoid looking at? No, I don't think so. I think when that orange badge pops up, my eyes are going to dart to it. And I could do some maneuvers. Like I could try to like open Chrome in such a way, Instagram in such a way that like it's cropped so like I don't see it, if trying to avoid seeing it, I guess. I could do that. But I'm not sure that is like, I'm not sure that is necessarily, I mean, like, at the end of the day, it is my Instagram account. So, like, say this is a repeatable action, like avoiding checking my likes and stuff. If I do literally avoid it every day, like, I mean, you'd want to know if, something pops off, right? But also, though, I'd probably end up hearing about it from a family member or friend if that happened. So, like, Why am I obsessing over whether or not I see the icons and the numbers? I don't know, man. What do you people think? What do you guys think? Like, should I try to avoid even the numbers, or like is just avoiding the people that like it and the things they say in the comments enough, and the people that follow me? Is that enough of avoidance? I'm going to try and avoid the numbers as well, because I think it feels good. I think it feels good to have avoided it this long from yesterday to today, and I'm just going to kind of go with that feeling. It feels good, so I'm going to keep on avoiding it. Same with YouTube. YouTube should be a lot easier because on YouTube, there's just a create button and you can upload everything without checking. You don't have to go on YouTube Studio, I don't think, to upload stuff to YouTube. So it should all be pretty seamless. I don't have to check any of that stuff. I can just make what I make, post what I post, and be done with it. I'll probably just plop my ass right on the couch, eat my day-old Jersey Mike's sandwich, and watch YouTube. That's probably my strategic plan, because this episode is going to end in 5 minutes, and I'm going to try and get. Oh yeah. So what am I going to make for Instagram? I guess I'll just wait and see what happens in the moment, right? No reason to stress about it. I think that I am in a good place to be able to just crank something out and have Instagram not be a bottleneck. I could read fun facts. I'll probably read fun facts for the 6 clips in the shorts. I am hungry. Maybe I should eat. But that would get rid of attempt to finish video in a consecutive fashion if I ate. But it's important to eat. And that's why, look, this is why I write attempt, Because if this happens, right, I realize that I'm hungry at the end of keeping it real. And I am not able to do this completely consecutively. It's not a failure. I don't fail it, right? Because I didn't write finished video in a consecutive fashion. I wrote attempt. Because you never know what's going to happen, All you know is that you can try your best. So, without failing, I'm able to continue to try my best. I'm able to go and I'm able to make myself eggs, eat eggs, and then, if possible, come right back and finish my video. If there's any therapists watching or people like that, I'd like to say, speaking of therapists, I stopped going to therapy and I owe her $300, and that is not good. So, that's not good, and she's probably going to message my dad about it, and that's bad because, yeah. But I don't like it. I never want it to go. It doesn't help me. It's too far of a drive, and I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe I should be going, especially if he's paying for it. I really am hungry. That's the first thing I'm going to do when this turns off is go eat a bunch of eggs. Maybe you get some of that chicken too. Eggs and chicken, eggs and chicken. I am your boy eating eggs and chicken, eggs and chicken, eggs and... Yeah, I like eggs and chicken. Eggs, chicken. I like chicken and eggs. Can't nobody take that away from me. I like eggs and chicken. That's all that I'll ever see. If you want to try and get some eggs, you gotta get chicken too. That's the truth. I'm a beatbox for the youth. Eggs and chicken, my face turned blue. Hey. Eggs and chicken. Yeah, eggs and chicken. Eggs and chicken. I have an idea. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up on the final couple of seconds of episode 59 of Keeping It Real. I'm absolutely honored to be your host. Like always, I'm always looking for guests. I live at 1911 Wolf Tech Lane in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you're anywhere near there, just send me an email. You'd be more than welcome to come over to the studio any day because, as you know, we do this every day. And if you live too far away, please know that I'd be happy to come to you. This podcast is very mobile. I have the equipment to take it on the road. So if that interests you, just send me an email. I'm always checking it. I appreciate you for listening and have a fantastic day. Adios.